is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Tuesday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. We have just 5 games on the main slate tonight. That Sixers game is at 10 o'clock Eastern, and we have that dreadful, questionable stuff with Maxey and Joel Embiid. We'll have to see how things end up happening, but I don't know what we can do. You know, we have a 7:30 lock tonight, so it's 30 minutes later than usual. We have some good value already. We'll touch upon that in this video as usual. I do 5 plays, 1 for each position, using FanDuel salaries, and we have been on a roll. The picks in the video have been doing well. My lineup's been doing well. If you've been a part of my website the last few days to a week or so. Last night, the hybrid on the left here, Cash on the right. Hybrid scored 340. Cash scored like over 320. Wanted to get Jalen Brunson in a lot of lineups. I couldn't get him in any because Luka Doncic, I was not going to fade after how well he's been playing. And then Scottie Pippen was a great value play as a starter for the shorthanded Grizzlies last night. So I couldn't get Brunson in. Ended up working out. Luka only had like 28 fantasy points at half, and then he absolutely cooked the Magic in the second half. I think the Mavs were down like 12 or 14 points at halftime. Obviously, he's just the entire Mavs team with no Kyrie. Ended up cooking. The Knicks did well. We're going to be all over the Knicks again tonight. Cam Thomas did well starting for the Nets. 37 fantasy points. And then the Grizzlies value all over the place. Aldama, Roddy, those type of guys with Wembanyama. It was just a great night for us. Let's do it again tonight. Definitely get over to my website, you know, around 30 minutes before lock. It will be around 7 o'clock Eastern tonight with that 7:30 lock, and let's crush it. Been feeling really confident as of late. It's good to see, you know, because I go through plenty of slumps too, but the process never changes. It's good to see a nice hot streak, you know, when I stick to my process in research. So for point guard tonight, we're going to take advantage of these Knicks again. They have an even better matchup tonight against the Jazz at home. Not a huge spread. Again, they have no Randall, so the Jazz should be able to stay in this game, I'm hoping, because this is my favorite game on the slate. Brunson at 9,600, like I said, wanted to pick him last night, just couldn't get any exposure to him with Doncic and Scottie Pippen. So we're going to get to him tonight, considering Doncic is not on this slate, so we don't have to worry about that. He's projected for 51 fantasy points tonight with no Randall. He needs 47 to hit value. He got 48 last night. I mean, this Knicks team is exactly what we are going to see, or exactly what we saw 24 hours ago. Nothing has changed. They're going to play huge minutes. 48 last night, 56 the game before. He's going to play a ton of minutes. Obviously, just even more usage for these Knicks guys with no Julius Randle. Jalen Brunson looks really good. Shooting guard, sticking with the Knicks. I mean, the Knicks are just the best value team on the slate tonight. Dante DiVincenzo, I had him in yesterday's video. Ended up smoking his value. Has been bumped up to 6,100. He got 43 fantasy points last night. I was a little skeptical on how much they would really bump his minutes with Randall off the court, considering, you know, they've been hovering him around 20 to 26 minutes all year long. We saw 41 in regulation last night, so we can project DiVincenzo to play 34 plus minutes tonight. 6,100 still looks like a good salary on him with no Randall. We saw him shoot a ton of shots last night. Got pretty hot from deep, 28 points. We can't expect him to score 28 again tonight. But, you know, with this kind of usage, he needs 30 fantasy points to hit value. He looks really good. He's projecting out for 34 fantasy right now. So we're going to want to get exposure to him. And then, you know, as I always say, a huge positive with multi-positional eligibility for DiVincenzo, shooting guard and small forward. Same thing for my next guy here, Josh Hart. We're going to just rifle off the Knicks in this video. I want to make sure you guys don't miss them. I'm probably not fading any of these guys on anything tonight, you know, depending on future news. We do have DeJounte Murray questionable for the Hawks. The good thing is, outside of the Sixers with Embiid and Maxey, all the questionable guys are, the first game of the slate. We have 3 of the 5 games at 7:30 Eastern. So that makes my life easier, just knowing the statuses of guys before lock. We have DeJounte Murray questionable. We have Miles Turner on the Pacers questionable. And then on the other side of things, Kristaps Porzingis is questionable. Is Kornet doubtful again? Likely out Tuesday. I think Horford's out. Horford is out today, and I'm assuming Porzingis is going to come back, considering that they ruled Horford out. They usually do that. But keep a close eye on this, because if Porzingis is ruled out too, we're going to be looking at Neemias Queta. They're going to have no one. We've seen this before. Without Horford, Kornet, or Porzingis, Queta is going to become a thing tonight. Hopefully Porzingis is in, because I really don't want to have to deal with that tonight. But small forward Josh Hart looks really good at 6K. We saw him play. I said in yesterday's video, when he was a starter and had the extra chances to play, every team he's been on, he can play 40 minutes. NBA teams know that. And what happened last night, he ended up playing 39 minutes with no Randall. We can project him to start once again here tonight and play, like DiVincenzo, at least 34, 35 minutes in this starting lineup. Just looks really good to be a fantasy point per minute. He does just about everything on this team. As we saw last night with that extra usage, a little bit of scoring, a lot of rebounding with no Randall, and, a huge chunk of assists as well. 7 assists for Josh Hart. The ball was in his hands. The usage was up. He looks pretty hard to fade in any format tonight with all of this extra usage and playing time. For Sleeper, I had mentioned my Discord did well last night. Our Sleeper, Slip, Hit, and Prize Picks. If you don't have a Sleeper account, message me. I will pay $10 to you so you can get in on that using my code FDGuru. I will PayPal, Cash App, Venmo you the $10. If you use my code, that doubles to 20, and you can get in on Sleeper, risk-free and money-free, considering that I pay for your first entry or your first deposit. Last 2 plays here, power forward. I haven't gone to LeBron James a lot this year. It's going to be really hard for me not to go to him tonight. We got news that Anthony Davis is ruled out. LeBron is still questionable tonight, but the Lakers hardly ever sit both of these studs, so I expect LeBron to play. He's questionable every game, and then it's so funny because every night he's questionable. He ends up playing 35, 47, 36 minutes. This guy is fine. Stop putting him as questionable. Put him as probable. It's so annoying. I've bitched about it before, but it is really, really annoying when you're a guy like me who needs these injury newses. But the good thing here is it's a 7:30 Eastern game tonight, which is great. The Lakers never get a 7:30 game because they play on the West Coast, but they're on the road against Atlanta, a fantastic matchup. LeBron with no AD on the court is going to see just a ton of usage. We can project him for over 50 fantasy points tonight. Looks like one of the best, if not the best, spend up on the board tonight at 10,300. He has a massive ceiling tonight with this matchup and the usage with no Anthony Davis. And then for center, I'm only sticking to 2 teams tonight in this video, Knicks and Lakers. This is just a filler here for Hayes. I really don't know who it is. We're going to get the starting lineup before lock at 7:30, but with no AD, we're either going to see Jared Vanderbilt start, Rui Hachimura, or Jackson Hayes. So one of these Lakers guys is going to be a good value play, and we have Christian Wood. So we saw Rui start when LeBron was out, but Rui isn't really a center. So I'm going to expect Vanderbilt or Jackson Hayes to start. If Jackson Hayes starts, he becomes one of the best value plays on the board tonight. Obviously, he'll be rotating with Christian Wood and Vanderbilt, but we could probably put him in for 18 to 24 minutes if he starts, and he can easily be a fantasy point per minute guy. He's almost bare minimum here tonight at 3,600. He will become a very, popular play if he's in that starting lineup. And again, it's just a blessing that this is the first, one of the first games on the slate. So we will know that Lakers starting lineup before lock. But again, it's just a filler. It's more valuable for Hayes because he can play the center position on FanDuel. Center looks pretty weak tonight. Vanderbilt, unfortunately, can only play power forward. But if he's starting, he would look like a play. And then Wood can also play center on FanDuel, but he doesn't really play many minutes. His price is way too high, so Wood doesn't even look like a viable guy. He doesn't even start. It's usually Jackson Hayes or Jared Vanderbilt. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on that. But the Knicks and Lakers, they have the most value on tonight's slate with no AD, no Julius Randle. I know value can open up for the Sixers with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey out, but those two guys have been out the last couple of games. So like guys like Beverly at 4,800 now and Paul Reed, they're all kind of priced correctly, even if Embiid and Maxey are out. So I don't know if I'm going to sweat that news at 10 o'clock Eastern. We just have such a more valuable slate going on at 7:30 that I'm not going to do the hypothetical thing, leaving spots open in case the Sixers are out, because the prices are going to just be, average. There's just as much value in the early games. So I'm not going to be really worrying about the Sixers tonight in any shape or form. We have Jakob Poeltl again questionable for the Raptors, but he's been out. Everyone's pretty priced correctly for that. And Quickly is doubtful, so we might want to look at a guy like Dennis Schroeder once again because R.J. Barrett is also out. So there's definitely value in Toronto. And again, keep your eye out on that Indy and Boston game. Miles Turner and Porzingis. Things could get interesting over there. But as far as this video goes, we want to just make the center of attention the Knicks and the Lakers on this slate. And we should be destined for a productive and, financially friendly night to keep things rolling. So that'll do it for these plays, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Like it, subscribe, put my alerts on to not miss any videos. Really trying to grow this, get some more eyes on it. So repost my, my Twitter, all that jazz. It's all appreciated. Thanks again, guys. Until next time, I am the FD Guru. Peace.